Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Wrath of the Righteous with me, Bring It On. Now let's heal up our main character before we head out. Also off camera, I did have Nenio copy some scrolls to her spellbook. Alright, should be all set. And we will rest up once we're done clearing out the base of the mountain, before we ascend to the top. Oh. But first we need to deal with Goliath and his posse. What are the gargoyles' names? You had Goliath, Demona, I think Brooklyn, Broadway, Lexington, Hudson, and Spike.
You are my favorite aide.
I think I got the names right. Yeah, Xanatos and Macbeth. I forgot the name of the other gargoyle. He's like the opposite of Goliath. He wore the red and black, and he had like the longer horns.
Time's not
I will help where I can.
We won't fall here. I swear it.
Alright, send her in first, have her get surrounded by all the enemies. In fact, couldn't cast slow as well, Nenio.
Retreat is not an option.
Alright, we're just gonna cycle charge into a few of them and soften them up for the rest of my party to clear.
The light. You.
Kneel before me.
Accept your cadaver. Mind over muscle.
This one is you are beyond redemption.
Alright, get this guy out. Should be all set.
Begone, fiend!
I know the way.
Can't hide from me.
Warhammer of Obstinacy. Each time this +2 Warhammer lands a hit, the enemy must pass a reflex saving throw or suffer an additional 1 to 8 piercing damage. That's okay. DC's a little low, but that's the shrine of Desna I was looking for earlier. Or at Desna's altar. We'll wait to do that, I think. Yeah, I wish I could mark things on the map. I think that's something all RPGs should have, or any game with a map. If you have a map in a game, you should be able to put notes on it.
As it should.
Underrail does it, Divinity Original Sin does it. Because that's not going to show up on the map. I'm going to have to remember where that's at in order to use it.
That is not far.
Are we ready to move out?
We will win this war.
No time for debates.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Let's try this way. This will hurt. Calculated risk.
Fall! You crossed the wrong mongrel.
Alright, just a bunch of junk. Nothing that I
I'll go
want
ahead.
or need. Oh, the enemies at the top of the mountain are watching us. Explore down here, just watching us do zigzags across the canyon.
I know the way.
What are those guys doing? Like that's what's beating us right now? The chieftain.
Yes, what?
You know what? I have spells to spare, so let's go ahead and do this. We'll do blur.
They'll never see me coming.
No reason to pause.
May as well charge in. We do get a little bonus to our charge. Where is it? Oh, never mind. She's exhausted, so she can't.
The light!
Our
Take
victory
you!
is certain.
Oh, forgot to activate that.
You won't survive me.
What do you have available, buddy? Actually, evil would probably be useful here. Go ahead and challenge him as well, that we can probably charge right into him.
Press the attack! Retreat is not an option.
Let's see. What else do we got? What is he casting? That's one of those anti-alignment spells, I think. I don't remember what it's called, but I recognize the icon. Alright, hang in there, please. Let's see. I'm gonna have you charge, I think, into that guy. We'll just keep cycle charging like this. Actually, this guy's almost
should
dead.
do it.
Go just poke him real fast. Let's see. Did we kill the chieftain? No, he's right there.
I will bring down the divine wrath.
This'll leave a bruise.
Alright, now he's dead. Perfect.
Into
All right.
this.
The rest should just be cleaning up. Yeah.
Make every strike count.
Easy peasy.
Never see me coming. Let's try this way.
Blaze of Disaster. It's a quarterstaff. What does it do? +1 flaming quarterstaff grants the wielder an ability to cast fireball spell 3 times per day as an 8th level wizard. I mean, who doesn't want to shoot fireballs? A useful item to have equipped. This isn't that great. It's okay. I think this is better. Because this is only temporary, it only lasts for a minute. I assume it doesn't stack. And this is +2 on... He gets 3 attacks per round, so it's +2 on every one of those attacks for both the attack roll and the damage roll. Does anybody need a Cloak of Resistance? I think we're all caught up. Well, his doesn't give him resistance, but I'd rather him have Heroism anyway. So you know what? I'm happy with that. Alright. Oh, I guess we'll go back to the Desna's altar. We'll rest up beside it, and we'll fiddle with it.
As it should be.
If I can find it.
Together?
Alright.
We
Wait for her to
stand.
slowly walk over there. Rest up. Need to remember to change my meal. For a different buff. And the hearty meal is okay. What, +1 to all saving throws? Which, you know, is nothing to shake a stick at. But we can do better. Am I blind? Where's the... Oh, that's right, it's here. Would be best here. I guess we don't need a scroll right now. We do need a buff, so I'm not going to do a scroll. Alright, what do we get? Oh no, it's a +1 to skill checks, okay. A +1 temporary hit point. +1 to saving throws. Go longer without becoming fatigued. Fully restores your HP. That might be worth it from a main character, since he's not going to get healed while resting. At least not from healing spells. +3 on all skill checks. Oh, it tells you what... Kind of a spoiler. I don't have him as a companion. I knew he was a companion. But, you know, if I didn't know that, this kind of gives it away. Alright. 1.5 temporary hit points per level. +10 movement speed for a day. +1 cookie bonus to attack rolls for a day. I'm going to go with this. I like bonuses to skill checks.
I'd like to show you a sketch. Tell me what you think.
It's not bad, but if you ask me, I think you've made it too flattering. Too bad you can't redraw my ugly mug for real to make me look like this handsome guy.
Alright, we got Bucephalus back. Fantastic.
No mistakes. I am prepared.
Rely on me.
You require
My will is resolute.
wise. I'm all ears.
Anything new?
I don't need most of these buffs quite yet, but may as well do it while I'm thinking about it. Alright. Altar of Desna. Or Desna's altar. Map of Unknown Lands. A map of unknown lands. On one corner is a butterfly, the symbol of Desna. If you listen closely, you just make out a melody coming from it. I'm assuming there's a way I'm supposed to know what order to play these in. Maybe it's the relevancy of the items? Two of these are for exploration. The harp is not. You get the map, you chart your course, you use the sextant to stay on course, and I'm not sure when you'd use the harp. Also, I don't know which one I'm interacting with when I do this. Oh! I get chills when I hear that. I love the...
I hear you.
Oh. I do love the Mythic Path songs. At least all the ones we've heard so far. They've all been super good. The only one that's like really on the nose is the, I think, the Trickster one. The Song of Elysium rings out against the thunderous rumbling of the approaching storm, and the most fades away to nothing. Then a sweet female voice joins in. It sings the simple notes, then whispers.
I hear your voice, but I don't see you. Where are you? Show yourself. Did she send you?
A hazy female figure appears in the air. Your voice seems familiar.
I doubt we've met before. But this melody unites us. Desna herself must have brought you here. In the name of Desna, I see you. How beautiful.
Figure turns to you. A moment later she shudders. You hear a muffled sob. Who are you?
Just a prisoner of this cell and of my whole unworthy life. Wait, you're not here, are you? It's just an apparition. I'm awaiting execution in the dungeons below Dresden. If Desna really sent you, if I still deserve some mercy, find me, please, find me.
I got an achievement.
That is not far.
Oh. Should I take these items with me? Can't interact with them anymore, so I assume I should just take them, I don't know. And let's see. We got Throwing Axe of Silence. Whenever this +3 throwing axe lands a hit on an enemy, the enemy must pass a Fortitude saving throw, or lose the ability to cast spells for the next 1 to 4 rounds. DC 14 is not great. But it is a +3 throwing axe, regardless. The best we've found so far with +2s. That's really good. Alright, we're going to start on this side, do all these little mobility checks or athletics checks that we found. Let's see, that's only going down.
I know the way.
The mongrel did it.
Alright, yeah, this is where the frame rate gets a little choppy.
Thanks, Lan. You're awesome, Lan.
I refuse to accept their statement.
Into the fray!
Kneel before me. You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Alright, well then we took a single hit there, so that's pretty cool.
Follow my lead.
I'll take our small victories where I can.
Yet another obstacle. You won't survive me.
Eternal Rose, I call upon you!
Endure this!
As it should be.
I find this little ledge here is easy to miss. If I go down this way, where does that take me? Back down to the bottom, there's some more fog of war up here. I
That
can
is not
clear out
far.
before I do anything else, before I make a decision. Gosh darn it, doesn't Camellia have a Never mind, we have it equipped right here. Lockpicker's Kit 1.
I'll go ahead.
Alright, so we can go up or we can go down. So maybe I should go down first. Might take me down somewhere I haven't been yet. It's hard to tell. This place is just a pain in the butt to
I
navigate.
know the way.
Let's go down first. I think this is going to force me to go all the way back around to that other check to come back up. We'll get experience for it, so it's probably worthwhile.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
Yeah, 30 XP. Anyway, we can climb right back up. Alright, works for me.
The mongrel did it.
Follow
Yeah.
my lead.
Frames get so choppy here. What I've been told, it's not
Thanks,
just
Lan.
me.
You're
People
so
said even
awesome,
like with
Lan.
higher end systems than what I have. They also get a lot of performance issues here.
As it should be.
So I don't have to be self-conscious about my 1080 Ti. Inheritor, do not leave me here in the darkness. Deliver me from evil. I used to pray to that fool too. What's the point? Things got so much better after I renounced her. Do you renounce something as a ghoul? Remember how many years we've been friends? We really let religion come between us. This army is more fun than the Crusaders. Come on, friend. Renounce her. Come to us. All our friends are already here. They didn't have a choice, right? The Nabastu turned them into ghouls. Not that they actively renounced it. Renounce her or will devour you. I will not fear evil. You're with me, Ayamade. Oh, look at that. He didn't die. We'll win. Live to see the dawn. Well, good for him.
That is not far.
Live to see the Don Quixote.
I will help where I
We
can.
will be
no
victorious.
glory without risk.
Make every strike count.
Something over there.
I'll go ahead.
Alright, so I don't think we're supposed to go this way. That's okay. She's exhausted again. Keeps happening to her.
I know the way.
Really annoying. I think restoration will fix that.
Search for the beauty with your heart, not your eyes.
I don't see why it wouldn't. Fixes fatigue, right? Yep, perfect. Back in the fight.
Follow my lead.
A bright
Alright,
future
I know.
awaits
far enough in, I
us.
think we can start doing some of these other buffs.
No reason to pause.
What do we have here? Alright, holy. I think that'll be good.
Always be ready for the worst.
You require my unbiased opinion?
Focus on the goal.
Heal him up a little bit as well. And Sela. Probably never need these as far as I'm aware. Those will come in handy.
Together we stand.
Why can't she charge? Oh, she's still fatigued.
The inheritor.
Enemy
Guide
approaching.
my blade.
This one's mine. This spell doesn't work like that. This will hurt.
Socio, you want to do something there, buddy? I think he's stuck behind our ranged characters here. It's not going as smoothly as I would like, but we're winning. That's all that matters.
This is why I'm better.
You should have listened to reason.
It's not to be a smooth victory, but a victory is a victory.
Flaw in our tactics.
Oh, I didn't realize Treasure went down.
I'm wounded.
Thank you for not paying attention.
This was not part
The
of the
light.
plan.
Take you.
Fall! Did you see that?
Alright, could use this again.
I'm all right. I'm all right.
46 damage though. You almost weren't
Your
alright.
performance is lacking. You are lacking.
I will lend you my aid.
Honestly, it's probably worth resting again before we enter here, because it gets a little bit harder going forward. I got Honorable Judgment. Welcome to the slaughterhouse.
Decide already.
I'm pretty sure this is a hooked hammer, right? Yeah. Alright, the winner of this +2 axiomatic gnome hooked hammer has any lawful alignment. The first hit during a round they land on a creature with any chaotic alignment deals additional 1 to 6 holy damage. Can't go wrong with that, because he only has a +1, right? Yeah. Great upgrade. A couple with fluent command of human speech. Most unique phenomenon. Hope I can persuade him to donate his brain to science. I have to study it most thoroughly. Wouldn't it be even more wonderful to observe such a remarkable being while he's alive? Breathing and thinking? But yeah, it doesn't mean he can't donate his brain afterwards.
Ready for anything?
Let me help.
Alright, then we get and put all of our buffs on as well before we enter the chapel itself.
Time's not waiting.
Gotta mount up like that.
We will win this war.
Should we proceed?
The goddess protects us.
A goat, a lizard, and a human into the tavern. What'll it be, lamb? The bartender asks.
Alright, Alright, we should be all set. So I'm gonna call it here. Well, maybe not. That was it. We go and get started. In we go. In the visitors of the ghoul before you, one can barely recognize the Honorable Vasily Rathmus, a regimental cleric. Gosh darn it, he had an item I wanted to buy off of him. His fuzzy gray beard is gone, along with his other hair. His once lively face has grown gaunt and livid. The skull of the old cleric is cracked open, and whitish larvae wriggle inside. This seems not to bother him at all. Heretics, 30 slaves of false gods. The cleric paces up and down before a desecrated altar, in which an unholy symbol of Cabriri has been drawn. A group of ghouls have brought the soldiers to kneel before him. Renounce your idols. Bow down before him who gnaws. We shall be sacrificed upon his altar. They've turned this holy chapel into a shrine of the ghoul overlord. This is vile. It is well known that every creature builds a home according to its needs. I assure you that a student dormitory at the University of Absalom is no exception to this rule. No, never. Holy Amadei, hear me now. I will gladly die before I renounce you. A sacrifice. The old man's claws sink into the soldier's belly. Shuddering in pain, the latter whispers a prayer through his teeth. Well, who'll be the first to taste flesh? Who will take Cabriri's communion? I will. A pale woman looks at the cleric. Her eyes are glassy with madness. I renounce Serenre. Hail to Cabriri. I will do anything. Anything you say. Cowardice. Treachery. This is what happens when an army lacks discipline. Warriors, remember that your spirit is free. No demon worshipper has the right to give you orders. The bloody faces of the soldiers light up with hope. One of them whispers a prayer, and bright light bathes the vaults of the desecrated church. The undead shriek with unnatural force. This chapel was a stronghold of faith for those that worship the noble gods. Today we restore goodness to its rightful home. Your feast is over. We've come to restore order. Look at him go. Or her. Oh, it's Queen Galfrey. By the light and the sword, praise the Inheritor. A figure in simple knight's armor appears next to the fighters, and strikes down the nearest ghoul with one blow.
Let's prove their logic is lacking.
What a find! This should do it.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Queen greets you with a nod, as she closely examines her sword. Her lips are pursed, her eyes are burning with rage. This church, I knew it well in its days of grandeur. Remember the voices of 100 warriors soaring through its vaults in a common prayer. Remember the holiness of the rector, the weight of his hand on my forehead when he blessed me before battle. On this very spot I stood with my 3 friends, who would not live to see this day. But to see the den of depravity those demons have turned it into is almost more than I can bear. I'm glad you break free of your captors, my queen. Caffrey remains subdued, but the question seems to lift her mood a bit. Better than that, I deliberately let them seize me back there at the camp, hoping to quickly find the other prisoners and help whomever I could. I'm a chosen paladin of Iomedae. Few demons pose a real threat to me. I took a risk in letting them seize me, and not a great one. It would have only gotten more only have gotten dangerous if the Gargoyle's masters revealed my identity and called in greater demons as reinforcements. Admit it. You were worried about me, were you not? Of course I was worried. There's nothing to admit. You need not have worried. I can fend for myself. We'll put an end to the evil that's at work here. We surely will. Tenebris was the first step. Purging this church of demonic filth is our second. And Dresden will soon follow. Well, then off we must go. I get these soldiers to safety. You can stay and clear the area, Commander. Well, thank you for your permission. I loot anything? Shield of Magical Retribution.
Call me again if you need to.
Whenever an enemy hits a wielder of this +2 light shield with any touch attack, melee or range, the enemy suffers 2 to 6 force damage. Only 3 armor class though. I mean, she loses 1 armor class for... I'm actually split between that.
It went splendidly.
The ritual circle drawn in blood on the floor of the desecrated church is covered with the unholy symbols of the Lords of the Abyss. Is worth 30
As
XP.
it should be.
Heck, I might even rest again and then use this altar to get rid of my corruption. Alright, either way, I'm going to call the episode here, and the next one will continue clearing out the chapel. We'll probably finish it next episode. I think we're almost to the end. But for now, thanks for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next one.